Let's take a quick look at our cost of living for last month. Stick around. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I got another budget video for you. Recently I heard somebody say on YouTube that budget videos were useless because nobody lives exactly the same way as you do. Well, that's true, we don't live the same. We do have different lifestyles, different areas we live in, but I don't think he gave his listeners enough credit for being smart enough to know. You look at a lot of different budget videos to kind of group them together and figure out, kind of where you fit in on that. And some things, I might be able to help with. Another person, somewhere along between all those, you're going to find somewhere where you fit in and can get a rough idea what your budget's going to be. Because I know a lot of people are looking at budgets, what it's going to cost. There are so many people looking at moving over here now, have an interest in moving here. So of course, you got to know, what to expect. As far as ourselves, we live, pretty simple. We don't live in a beach town. It's a normal city. And that's another area. If you listen to a lot of people talk, they talk like either you live in the big city like Makati in a big high rise, or you live out on a farm way out in the province. Those are the two far extremes, and there's 100 different categories in between. Like us, we live in a province, but we're just outside of the NCR, Metro Manila. We live in a city. It's about 300,000, I think, probably over 500,000 with the other cities that are just around us. So we're not a small town by no means, but we're not a tourist town. We're not a beach resort type town. So we have a lower cost of living, like rents and things like that are much lower for us. So anyway, keep that all in mind, and let's get to my my budget. First thing off the top, rent. My rent is $4,500. Way cheaper than what you normally gonna find, especially around here. But we know the owners. I could easily be paying 7 or 8 for this place. It's a little 2-bedroom bungalow house with a small piece of property. It's just right for us. We love it. It's real quiet back here. It's off the main street. So I could be paying more for that, but I've been here a while. I know a lot of people, so I got a good deal. Okay, utilities. Next up there, you'll see, and most of those utilities stay the same for me. Tap water, drinking water, cooking gas, trash. They're all about the same. Now I did hear the cooking gas is like doubled, okay, but mine is just average there because my tank, I go like 5 or 6 months on a tank. I've heard that's almost doubled now. So that one's probably soon we're going to see that one go up. Definitely the electric, that one's up. My last video was January for a budget, and that was probably the lowest of the year. And now we're getting up into the weather. Here it is, April. April, May will be the 2 hottest months. So definitely an increase there of a 1.6 or so higher than last month. So that's the one that goes up. And yes, I do run air conditioning. I have 2 air conditioners. There's always at least one on. It's afternoon now. Both of them are on. It'll be that way for a few more hours. So yeah, definitely you pay if you go run aircon. Okay, next one up there is digital internet. I have Netflix. I have cable coming in on the satellite, and I got Discovery Plus, and those, they never change. $4,225. That's the same for me each month. Okay, let me look at my notes. And next one up for me is laundry. We have a wash and fold service that we take our laundry to. Works out great for us. Last month was $515. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Okay, the big one. Everyone will tell you this will be your largest bill. So for us, we got supermarket. We got a supermarket, and we have like a kind of a super mini market right here in the barangay. And so it's probably about half and half when I say supermarket. But they have a lot of things, a lot more than what you'd find at a convenience store. So our main shopping is done with them. I also have local fruits and vegetables that I buy at the stands right here in our barangay, next barangay over. Get everything you need, good prices. And we eat out a lot and have delivery, mostly delivery, probably 11, 12 nights a month. About a third of the month we eat out. Okay, so a total, and that's 21,515. That's up just a little bit. Now on food, prices going up. I see little bits here and there, peso here, a few pesos on something. The big increase I've seen that I've noticed is the meats. We always buy a lot of ground beef and a lot of chicken fillet breast, boneless chicken breast. The chicken is like doubled, okay, and the beef is up probably about 100 pesos more per kilo. Those are the two I see a big increase on. Other things could be increasing here soon, but those are the two I see a really big one on right now. Okay, and then I got my cats, and they got cat food, and they got litter, and they got their supplies, and it's 5,330. I think my cats eat better than I do. Okay, medical. That normally stays the same for us. We have Phil Health. I'm still looking at maybe dropping that because some bad things are going on with them. Meds, my wife is most of that. She has blood pressure medicine she takes. It's about 975 for hers, and then I stocked up on a bunch of cold medicine and ibuprofen and things like that. So I did a little bit of a stock up, so that went up just a little bit. Miscellaneous next up, 5,760. That's up quite a bit from my last one. I had a couple items I had to buy. A cover for my canopy out here. I got a new one. The old one had ripped up. What else? Oh, my cat had to go to the vet. He had a little problem. So he went to the vet and he got some medicine. And there was a few other things I got. So my miscellaneous was up a little bit more. And that's pretty much covers that. And it came to a total of 52,395 pesos. Okay. Which in USD that comes out to $1,017. So right at the $1,000 mark for that month. Now a couple people did let me know from my last video a couple things I didn't include, and two things I didn't was immigration fees. Well, that's because I don't have immigration fees. Okay, I'm a permanent resident, so once a year I go and I check in and show my ID card, and I pay a fee of 310 pesos. Okay, kind of not even worth breaking that down over 12 months and listing it. So if you're on tourist visa, you're definitely going to have your fees for that. So you better make sure you always add those in. Another item is my transportation. Well, I drive a little electric tricycle all around here. Everywhere I go in town, I drive it. Our streets are real tiny, they're real narrow. Driving the car is just too much of a pain in the ass around town. And so I have my electric cart, and yeah, so I pay a little bit on electricity to charge it, but it's really not that much. So that's why I don't list it. Now, we take the car out, and then, I've got gas on that. I've got toll fees because we use the toll expressway right over here. We didn't go anywhere last month. February we did. We went to Angelo City because that's when I go to immigration once a year. And we also went to Manila once or twice. And so probably with gas and toll costs, we probably had 3,000 maybe a little bit more in transportation costs. So still, January I didn't have any. February we did. Last month, March, we didn't. Um, it all depends on how much you get around. So mine's so sporadic, I don't even list it. So you're definitely going to need to put transportation in there depending on what you're going to do. Okay. So keep in mind that every place is different. Like I said, I could easily pay a lot more for rent on this place. Depending on what you eat, we eat really well. Someone tried to tell me for $1,000 a month that you must eat dried fish and rice. Couldn't be further from the truth. Do I look like I've missed many meals? I don't think so. Um, Especially our delivery, we get delivery from all different types of places in town. Thai food, Japanese food, some of the local Filipino food, pizza from Yellow Cab, a little bit of everything. We mix it up, keep it mixed up. As far as what we cook here, I cook a lot of Western stuff here myself. Um, we uh, we don't cook rice. We don't even have a rice cooker. We don't keep rice here. We don't buy rice. Um, Enough of the meals you get delivered, have rice in them. That's more than satisfies us all month. So yeah. So like I said, everybody's different. Mine's on the lower side. There are people that can live less than this. Uh, Now, granted, I don't list my medical on there, my other medical, which is what I pay into. I pay um, basically I just put money away every month for a medical or emergencies, things like that. I put a good chunk of money away each month for that. Um, Also for some other funds, I put money away. This is about half of my income, so you definitely want to have that buffer. Okay, 1,000 is my budget. 1,000 is what it costs me to live here, but my income is much above that. And you really should have something to go on and be putting money away here, unless you've got a really big bank account for savings backing you up. Then you're all right. Uh, have fun, but definitely have something. Okay. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll see you again soon. Bye.